Hey, I'm Alex, and if you've ever tried to turn a chaotic hour-long virtual game night into short-form content, you know the struggle is real. We recently ran a virtual poker session that lasted an entire hour, packed with bluffs, tiny freakouts, and some genuinely hilarious moments. Nobody has time to scrub through an hour of footage, yet everyone wants to see the funniest highlights. That is exactly where Vizard comes in, turning that messy, long-form session into punchy clips without manual editing marathons. We started by dropping our raw recording of the poker table, complete with audio tracks and game logs, straight into Vizard's pipeline. Instead of stitching together a million tiny cuts by hand, we let the AI do all the heavy lifting for us. The result is a TikTok-style highlight reel that captures the tension, the big wins, and those perfect "I just got bluffed" reactions. Vizard isn't just about picking random timestamps. It actually works across three big areas that matter to creators. First, it auto-edits viral clips by analyzing the entire recording to spot emotionally engaging moments optimized for different platforms. Second, it auto-schedules those clips, so you just set your preferred frequency and let the system handle the rest. Third, it gives you a centralized content calendar to review, tweak, and publish everything from one single place. Let me break down how this works in a real workflow so you can see it isn't just buzzword soup. We recorded everything with separate audio and video tracks for each player, plus the chat log and game states. Vizard builds a deep contextual map of the session, transcribing the audio so it actually knows who is talking and what they are saying. The game state data is huge because the system doesn't just cut on loud volume spikes, it cuts based on the game's actual meaning. Next, the AI runs an analysis pass, acting like an assistant that watches the footage and makes notes on the best moments. It looks for patterns like swear words, high chat activity, or moments where the camera focuses on a specific person for a long time. The output is a structured timeline of moments with suggested trim points, aspect ratios, and even captions. I can accept those suggestions as is, or I can quickly tweak the trim and add my own custom brand overlays. The point is that the hardest part, finding the good bits in an hour of footage, is already completely done for me. Once we agree on the timeline, Vizard stitches the tracks together with smart transitions and renders multiple outputs automatically. Whether it's vertical for TikTok, square for Instagram, or horizontal for YouTube, the AI handles all the formatting constraints. You can even create a reaction-only version that mutes the game audio and highlights the funny faces. The auto-scheduling feature is another massive win that saves me from the full-time job of manual posting. You just tell it your preferred posting cadence, and it handles the heavy lifting, queuing everything up in the content calendar. Compared to hiring an expensive human editor or using basic clippers that miss the context, this is a total game changer. Vizard's real advantage is that it's built for creators who need both high-quality context and massive production scale. I can still go in and do lightweight edits without re-rendering everything, which keeps the process modular and flexible. We even ended up with a dozen short clips, a best-of montage, and backstage cuts from the same single night of footage. That's what I call content efficiency. One raw recording resulting in multiple highly targeted outputs. To be honest, Vizard isn't magic. If the recording quality is poor, the AI has less to work with, so good inputs still matter. But the amount of time you save by letting it surface those hidden high-energy moments is absolutely unreal. So if you're doing streams, interviews, or game nights, Vizard turns that raw material into publishable content fast. You keep the creative control to nudge the timeline or tweak the captions, but the repetitive stuff gets fully automated. Ultimately, we turned an hour of poker chaos into a full week of high-energy videos without needing an editor marathon. It really feels like having a smart assistant that understands both social media trends and the human moments that people love. If you want to make your long-form recordings useful instead of letting them sit as archival dust, this is the tool. Look for tools that combine contextual transcription, event-based timeline generation, and built-in scheduling. That's the sweet spot. I'm going to let Vizard finish exporting this epic fold clip so I can finally get back to roasting my friends. Trust me, that one is going to perform ridiculously well on Reels, and I didn't even have to break a sweat to make it.